Alright, as I'm watching the girls settle in here in their new home, I thought I'd just ramble about some things I've learned about chickens over the years. I haven't had any in a couple of years, but I've had lots of them in the past. I always get egg-laying chickens. But the same things hold true for meat birds, I would imagine. They always like to dig themselves a little dust hole. They like a dust bath that keeps the mites off them. And they eat a surprising amount of vegetation. These guys have just come out here and they're exploring. They will work their way out in there, but they don't like long grass. It's a predator thing. But if you watch them closely, you'll see they eat a surprising amount of vegetation, really. And, of course, bugs. Love bugs. They do need a bit of grit in their craw. You can buy ground up oyster shells or whatever. You can mix it in the feed or you can leave it aside. You can go to the side of the road and sweep up a bit of fine gravel if it's in a pinch. I don't like to do that because, well, you know, the pollution on the side of the road, rubber, this, that, oil runoff, whatnot. But when they've got this much foliage to work with, I really don't need to feed them. They'll have enough bugs and they'll scratch down in. But they're going to need a little extra grit because they have so much of this foliage. In the summer, you almost really don't need to feed them. Some table scraps will work. And leftover garden produce and stuff. You can see here the pellets that Terry sent with it. They didn't even go to that. They just headed right out into their bugs and their vegetation. Once your garden's mature, they can roam around your garden, but they love tomatoes, love them. It's hilarious. I've seen them, they'll eat the bottom tomatoes and then jump up and down trying to get to the higher ones. Gotta watch your tomatoes. And the early stuff, and of course lettuce and stuff like that, spinach, no, they'll just devour it. But I'll have to get these girls some grit in a day or two. And once they're hammer this area down here, where for some reason they like this corner, we don't know why. They know better. There's a hole out there. If they don't dig their dust bath in this corner, they'll find that hole. They'll hammer that down. There's quite an area there. You can see the old chicken coop in the back behind the that lilac tree. But in the summer, you almost really don't need to feed them. In the winter, of course, you do. And at that point, well, it's been a couple of years now, everything's up. It costs you about 25 cents an egg when you amortize your chicken costs and your feed and all that business. Terry, these were pets to him. He built that chicken coop. It has heat and light and all kinds of stuff. Where's his bits and pieces? Oh, I don't know. It all came in a pile there. You really don't need to heat them if your coop's pretty tight. They make 6 watts of heat each. Chicken trivia for you. And, details on feet and stuff, whatnot. But 4 chickens in a coop that size, it really doesn't need heat. If you supplement the light a little bit to extend the daylight hours, they will lay a little more. A chicken lays an egg about 20 on a 28-hour cycle. So 4 chickens, I won't get quite 4 eggs a day, but very close to it. And, that's your chicken lore for the moment. I just thought I'd ramble to amuse myself, and as I watch the girls settle in, hopefully they'll go in the coop at night. That thing looks pretty tight the way Terry's built it. It should be predator proof, but that's the problem with chickens. The old expression, everybody loves chickens. Oh yeah, everybody does. I had 24 of them one year in a coop I thought I'd made critter proof, and a mink got in and killed 20 out of the 24. The other 4 girls were pretty nervous in the morning. And if you're going to buy your chickens, full grown laying chickens, you're going to spend $8 or $10 each chicken. Well, that's kind of a heavy loss when it comes down to it. Anyways, that's the chicken ramble.